awesome. So, I'm going to be interviewing one of my students, Omid. Omid's been absolutely crushing it. Omid, do you want to give the people watching this video just kind of some background, who you are, what you do, what your journey has been so far?
Yeah, for sure. So I started trading in 2015, and my best friend introduced me to trading. His name is Vincent. But moving like forward, I was trying to trade, but then I didn't know what I was doing. Then in a year or two, I just quit in totally like trading in itself. Fast forward, working in healthcare, I had a patient who was in a ventilator, and he was paraplegic, meaning like nothing from neck down was working. But then he typed to me saying he's a day trader, and I'm like, oh no, I'm doing something wrong. And this was two years ago. So then I'm like, if this guy can do it, I have to go and do it myself too. So fast forward, going through a lot of mentorships, and a lot of them were just simply like not profitable, like one to one. So fast forward, like March of like last year, this year, I found your YouTube page, and then I'm like, who's this topless guy? And I'm like, this guy's pretty young, but I'm like, this guy knows a lot for his age. I'm like, this guy probably knows the sauce. So then I fully locked in, like, watch all your videos. And the reason why I came to this building is where it started pretty much. This is where I work, but I used to come to work at 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, 5 a.m. and just lock in, take notes, back test in the library downstairs. Because personally, my computer broke down and I didn't
Mhm.
even have one. So the only way I would trade was from work.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
Wow.
I don't have a computer like myself. That's why I'm still here.
Uh-huh.
But now I do have a computer, but I came here because this place means a lot to me. This is where it started
Hell yeah.
for me.
That's so
So
good. That's so fire, bro. That's so beautiful to hear. Seriously.
yeah,
So, I mean, you kind of went from, okay, so you're kind of in like the healthcare industry. You're
yeah,
kind
yeah.
of more so of a nurse. And talk about, I guess, what overall helped you from my mentorship. Like, what were the main characteristics that you noticed you tried previously with other mentors? It just didn't click for you. What overall made sense for you through me and my teachings, I guess you can say.
Pretty much what really clicked and made everything come together was it was so mechanical for me because of the days of trading, the time, and
Easy.
then easy.
Hmm.
And then the win rates were so high, and then journaling. I'll be honest with you, once I had data, my confidence went through the roof. And then I picked up a sport, squash, last year. And a main thing for me was taking losses. So with taking losses in sports, like in squash, I learned to be more focused and learn to control my emotions. And also that excelled me with the journaling because I have the data in front of me. And then your psychological videos, it
Perfect.
was top notch. And the information. It's not
Yeah.
just everything goes hand in hand.
Yeah.
And then having that mechanical
System.
outlook, yeah,
Hmm.
system. Because I would trade like tonight, like evenings before, like Sunday opening, you just randomly trade, you don't know.
Uh-huh.
But when you break it down and you have time and then the days and then the news, it was just game over.
Hell yeah,
Yeah.
bro.
Yeah, because I'm on the charts only for 30 minutes.
Yeah,
In and
it's
out.
it's simple. That's
Yeah,
why
it's simple.
I love my model so much because no one can say anything about it. It's like, okay, you know exactly the exact time what to trade from this time to this time or this time to this time. You perform, you execute, and then you go up on your day. That's
Exactly.
why I feel like so many traders have this thought process and overview of like high frequency. I'm gonna go in the market, take a trade, Asia Open, London Open, New York AM Open, and then it's so difficult to really understand what you're doing systematically. It's like, okay, instead of doing all that, just simplify it to this exact two times, take your trade, go upon your day, you know?
Yeah.
And I feel like that stops a lot of chaos in your brain as well, too. You know, like beforehand, there's so much going on. You don't know when the proper time is to trade. You don't know anything.
Yeah.
So yeah,
And
that's beautiful.
I'm
Um,
sorry to cut you off, but
uh-huh.
a major thing that helped me was before like the trading days. I would have a pen and paper and I would write down exactly what I'm going to do before even opening up the charts. What I'm looking for, what my criteria of entry is, what time, and the risk management as well. It was all in front of me.
Yeah.
So, because what used to happen to me before is I would over leverage and then lose my account. But the next day, when the real move happened, I had nothing. I had no funded account to capitalize off of it. So now the risk management honestly saved me. And then having those criterias, like the three questions you ask, does my stop loss make sense? Does my entry make sense? And does my exit make sense? It all has to come to play. And also the biggest thing about your mentorship, I mean, your course in itself and your Discord was the narrative.
Yeah.
The narrative. Like
Yeah.
before, I would just trade because I see, oh, I'll just go up because the candle's going up. But now I know why and the reasoning behind it. And a major thing was the group calls every day because you learn from that as well. As
100%. Yeah.
long as you take that in and use it for your advantage, then you learn from
Exactly.
that mistake.
Yeah, no, I've honestly I've been very careful of how I structure everything. So it's like I'm basically just holding everyone's hand the entire way with every problem. It's not just like, okay, here's a PDF on how to day trade. It's like, no, I feel like people who teach that way, it's just so disingenuous. It's basically kind of scamming to some point because what do you get to when you're like, okay, well, how do I fix psychological problems? What do you get to when you're like, okay, how do I fix narrative? How do I fix this? How do I fix that? And like that's why it's like the lectures, the psych videos, proper risk management, and then on top of that, the daily group calls. It's like I feel like I've just built the system to just get people immediately to start crushing it, you know? Talk about kind of how in terms of timelines everything went. Like when did you join? After you joined, how long did it take you to get you to like where you are kind of right now? And what have you been averaging on a month-to-month basis?
So starting off, I think I started in like pretty much March, like February, end of February, early March.
Hmm.
Um, to be real honest with you, before even starting your mentorship, I was in a phase where you're not really confident in yourself because you don't really trust it that much. You're looking for like signals,
Yeah,
honestly,
everyone is.
and that fails
Yeah.
because the provider moves, and then you can't really depend on yourself. So when I saw your story, it kind of related to me, and then when you did the live trading, it resonated with myself. And locking in, like when I say locking in, just coming to work early to study and then staying after to study, and then doing the groundworks. I would say consistency is within 2 months. It's very simple. The model is very simple, and you just got to follow what your suggestions are. It just like saves you from making errors.
Yeah,
So
100%.
I started in March, and I'll be honest with you, I started finding consistency within the next like month or two. I was just ripping payouts, doing roughly like 4 to 8%. Um,
Insane.
I think the last 2 days I did about 14%.
Wow.
Yeah, and I hit TP at work. Yeah,
Hell yeah.
in the parking lot.
No way.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
crazy, bro.
it's crazy. Yeah.
14% in the last 2 days is no joke.
Yeah. It was insane. But once that happens, you're like, wow, this is so powerful. And then you just believe in yourself more, so you want to dig deep and work harder. So everything that you say is correlated outside of trading is actually what you are in the charts. It's who
External,
you are.
external, and
External.
then
Yeah,
internal. Yeah.
exactly. So I picked up yoga. Before I used to, some people say yoga, oh, I used to laugh, but now it helps with the breathing, the
Yeah.
mind, the breathing, getting everything focused. And that helped big time. Playing sports, squash, taking losses, really implement me as who I am. And
Yeah.
then I think the first time I sent you a chart, I had EMAs.
Oh, yeah. I remember that. I literally
Yeah,
remember it.
yeah,
EMAs,
yeah,
bunch of
yeah,
random RSI.
yeah,
And I was
exactly.
like, bruv,
Yeah,
scratch all the shit
yeah.
right now.
I tightened up right really quick after that. So that was I like how you really discipline people and tell them what they're doing wrong and take the information. But honestly, from now, consistency is there. And it's just been month to month. I'm just consistently because I'm journaling all of it, so it's been amazing. But now I'm
Beautiful.
just scaling in more because I believe in the model and myself, and I just have the confidence now. And
Beautiful,
it's
bro.
it's
That's
simple.
that's what it gets
Yeah,
to, bro. Like
yeah, yeah,
honestly, it's like I feel like majority of traders get to chapters in their life. It's like chapter one is from complete unprofitability, just figuring everything out. Chapter two, slight profitability, actually making a real amount of money, getting those payouts, kind of where you're at right now. And then
Yeah.
chapter three is like the ultimate success of like, okay, you have, let's say, $1 million of funded capital. You're still doing that 3, 4, 5%. That's where real money comes from, and like the actual money that you're kind of looking for in terms of like career path as a whole, you know? Um,
Yeah.
but yeah, I mean, we pretty much answered everything I wanted to answer. You want to just freeball and just give people
Yeah.
advice overall?
Just the last thing is I don't know. I remember you made a video about this, but my first payout being in the Discord, I sent it back home to this widowed lady,
Hmm.
and then she got an oven and was able to like feed herself and her family. So doing that, honestly, giving, you receive double, and that's the beauty of it. When you're doing something great and giving back to the people, it brings in more for you. And the word of advice for everybody watching this is just lock in. Like, if you really want this, you really know what you're doing wrong, and just listen to Salman because he really is the truth.
My
Because
G.
when I first clicked on your video, I'm like, who's this topless guy? But then when I dug deeper, I'm like, wow, it's full of knowledge. But you can never judge a book by its character, like by its front
Yeah,
page. So it truly works. If you really want this, you're gonna come and get it. Because it truly, success is there. It's just you gotta give your time. It's like maybe you're gonna blow 50 accounts, and on the 51st, you're gonna learn, and then from there you'll go up. But it's better to start doing that and blowing that and getting out of that way, and then seeing your success. But at the end of the day, if you're in that loop where you want everything quick, it's actually gonna slow you down. That's what I wanted. I
so
want money
much.
back. Yeah, money
Literally,
back.
that's so interesting
Yeah,
that you said that. That's honestly, I always try to say that. Like, I'm like, okay, 2 steps back to take 10 steps forward. You know, you
yeah,
try rushing and then you fall on your face and have to restart instead
yeah,
of just pacing yourself, and
yeah.
everything ends up working out, you know?
Correct, correct, correct.
But yeah, no, I 100% agree with you. In
And
terms
also,
of, I know we said we were going to be done, but I was going to ask you one more thing. In terms of what your day-to-day routine looks like, can you kind of give the people a realistic expectation when you were locked in fully,
yeah,
how
yeah,
much hours you were actually putting in back testing, forward testing, journaling, doing those things? Because a lot
correct.
of people, they misinterpret that, right? They're like, "Oh, what does locking in mean? Like an hour?" But reality is it's really not, you know? So,
It's not enough.
mhm.
Like you said, 10,000 hours just to master something. But if I give you, is a great quote, it's a Japanese quote. They say, you can put a seed in today and you can keep watering it. It's called the bamboo tree
Mhm.
theory. You can water it for a few years, but you won't see nothing. But after the third year of watering that seed, the bamboo tree literally sprouts 90 feet in a few weeks. But my daily routine, what it looks like was I would wake up around 3, 4 a.m. and then I would shower, get ready. And then I wouldn't start at home because my computer at home, I didn't have any. So I would come to work and start there. I'll start with one lecture, watch it, take notes, and then after that, take a little quick break and then rewatch it. But and then market would open at 9:30, and then wait for the time, and then forward test, see what I'm seeing, and then implement that. But I would say on a day-to-day basis, yeah. So wake up at 4, do some studying, and then start work around 8. So that's 4 hours pretty much in. But let's just say 3 hours because
Mhm.
I take breaks in between. And then I would look at New York Open. That'll be another half an hour to an hour, mark up charts. And then I'll have my lunch break and then go back to the lectures.
Mhm.
So that'll be another hour and then one more hour after work. So I'll run likely do 4 to 5 hours, like
Yeah.
5 to 6 hours.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
4 to 6 in that
per day,
general
per
range.
day,
That,
general
that
rate.
that's what I'm saying, right? So like
Yeah,
I have
yeah,
people even in my own Discord, right? You see them on the group call. They're like, "Oh, Salman, I'm thinking about quitting trading. It's not for me." And I'll figure out what their day-to-day routine is. And they'll be like, "Okay, I take a trade and then I journal and then I go to my job and then I'm back home and then I relax." I'm like, "Okay, so you're expecting trading when you are unprofitable to be a thing where you're basically working for 30 to 45 minutes a day, and then you just magically start hitting those 4, 8, 10% or 5, 10, 15K months. It's like, no, let's be more realistic, right? You
right,
put in the dog work and obviously it worked for you. And that's what I'm just trying to get everyone to understand, right? Majority, especially people younger, like my age, they don't really understand what it takes to get to like somewhere where you're at, right? In
For
that
sure, for
ballpark,
sure,
5, 10,
for sure.
15K a month in payouts. And the biggest realization that I had even when I was unprofitable is if you simply just work harder, number one, you're showing God that you deserve it over everyone else. Number two, you're genuinely enriching your brain. Every single time you rewatch a lecture, you take notes with your journal. It enriches your brain to then speed up the learning curve. I mean, bro, look at you, bro. It's insane. Like if you join in March, you're already at where you're at now, and it's only been a couple of months. It's like,
Yeah, yeah.
and I literally only think that is because of the fact that you just simply worked harder than everyone else from the get-go. And
Thank
I'm
you. I
just
appreciate
trying
that.
to tell that to people as
Yeah,
much as possible. No matter what, some people obviously they're just gonna have to lose for such a long time before they come to an understanding and realization of like, oh, I need to be working as hard as Omid from the get-go. But my advice from this interview for you guys watching this is you understand someone who has gotten to profitability and he practiced everything that I preached. He practiced external discipline. He practiced working harder than everyone else. Bro, he was up at 3 a.m. He didn't have a laptop at his house, and he grinded at his own job. And that's literally the root cause of why he's at where he's at now, of being able to see success in such a short duration. I mean, just imagine where bro's going to be in 6 to 12 months, right? Like, bro, you're already crushing it to the point, mashallah, to the point where it's like, okay, December, next June, like, bro, you should be continuously compounding, continuously growing. And
correct.
for all of you guys that are just kind of demotivated right now, sitting there saying, no matter what I do, I can't make this work out. Look at someone like Omid and understand and ask yourself, how much are you working in comparison to how much he worked from the beginning? And if the answer is not even like a fifth, okay, well, there's your problem, right? And now you understand the problem, you can create a solution. Or you could sit there and cope and just be a bitch and say, "Ah, I don't feel like working." Right? Well, then what do you want? What do you want at the end of the day? Right? If you want the things and where Omid has gone, great. Work as hard as Omid. You don't want it, great. You don't have to work as hard. That's like literally as simple as it is. And yeah, bro. Omid, you want to just give any wrapping up motivation to the people or anything?
One last advice I would say to all the viewers, you can try this out, but they say humans and animals have two things in common is our brains are stimulated by sex and food. So I practiced no fat, and also on top of that, I do fasting. So I have one meal a day, and I use it as a reward system. So if I do this, this, and this, and this throughout the day, then I'll eat because I have to do my back testing, my learning, my trading, and then also the gym, and then I'll eat at the end of the day. Honestly, the advice is don't complicate it. Keep it simple. I think a lot of people are looking to make money fast, but in that sense, you're not. Trading is so funny because it's backwards.
Yeah, no, literally
It
everything is
is. It
backwards.
is. Yeah.
The charts, right? The
Yeah.
charts. What
Yeah.
is manipulation? It's the
Yeah.
opposite of what you think it is, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
everything.
And just you just gotta learn to be strong mentally too, because everything on the charts, it's pretty much who you are. You see yourself in the charts, and it's you versus you. Don't compare yourself to anybody else but yourself from yesterday, and just be 1% better. Just have a weekly outlook of what you're gonna do. Have a structured routine, and follow that throughout the whole day. And trading just makes you a better person at the end of the day. It's not about sitting and doing the charts only. No, you got to work on psychological stuff, learn about yourself as a person, take on difficult challenges, work on your body, work on your mind, and stay close to God because that's what makes you the better person at the end of the day.
100%. I agree so much, bro. I agree so much. Like everything there was spot on, honestly. Um, and yeah, bro. I mean, I think that's pretty much it. Last thing, would you recommend my Discord to the people watching this?
Of course, my brother. Of course. Honestly, what funny for me, I'm like, you know what? If I lose this $100, I'll just work an overtime shift and I'll make it back regardless.
Literally,
But
that's what I'm saying.
yeah, I'm like, you know what? Take a risk because the thing is, you don't want to be working for a company. At the end of the day, you want to work working for you. You know what I mean? Once you make your money yourself, honestly, it's the biggest motivation. Biggest motivation.
That's why it's so hard to get the motivation when you have no money and you're working for someone else. The moment you start touching that money, the 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, 5,000 hits your bank account, you're like, oh my God, this is like
Yeah,
steroids. Like
exactly,
I want
exactly.
to just bust it out even more,
Yeah,
you know?
yeah, exactly.
But
So
yeah,
yeah,
bro.
honestly, trust me, the best investment is in yourself. That's the best thing I can do. Just don't eat for 1 week, and just invest the money into the course. You're not gonna regret it. I promise you that.
100%. Awesome, bro. I appreciate you so much for hopping on here. You're definitely a motivation for a lot of people watching this, so I appreciate you for everything. And if you guys enjoyed this interview, drop a like, comment below what you thought overall. And anyways, I'll catch y'all boys later. Peace.